Can you guys believe it's been well over a year since that first Chainsaw Man home screen set up? So I know you guys have been waiting for this, and with a handful of requests within the app itself, it's finally happened. With an incredible winning score of over 31,000, it's time for a Makima home screen setup. And like always, you guys definitely don't make it easy for me. With blood pouring around her and a dark aura flowing through her hair, Makima invokes the power of the devils. And speaking of that hair, it was a struggle untangling it, but I'm sure you guys will all agree it was well worth it. So say hello to the blood-drenched Makima live wallpaper. Not only is all of the blood animated, along of course with Makima herself, but I've also added a perspective warping zoom, where along with Makima's hand movements, the camera moves as well. Now there are definitely some more subtle elements that I've added in, but let's move on to our home screen setup. Here, to stand out from that dark backdrop, I've leaned into the red and whites of Makima, with all of our social media apps at the top left of our screens, and along the bottom are essentials, which are aligned with a quick access music widget, which allows us to quickly play, pause and even skip our tracks. And to the right, a bold yet simple date and time widget. Now come on, if you guys like this one, make sure to smash that like button, it's really gonna help me out. Oh, and of course, don't forget to get your favorite images animated. Make sure to submit them right within the Epic Live Wallpaper app. And of course, don't forget to boost the ones that you like higher up the list, with the #1 ranking request being made on a weekly basis. So here we have it, the second Chainsaw Man home screen setup. Now for you guys to replicate this home screen on your phones, you're going to need Nova Launcher, KWGT, and as an optional finish, either Hex Installer or One Shade. But don't worry, I'll leave links down below for everything that you guys are going to possibly need. So let's jump right into it with some Nova Launcher tweaks. Firstly, with cleaning up our notification panel. For this, within Nova Launcher settings, just simply head to the look and feel section and then disable show notification bar. After which, we're going to do a couple little tweaks within the home screen section. Firstly, we want to reduce the icon size to about 90%, toggle off the labels, and then we want to set the desktop grid to 9 down and 5 across. And as a final tweak here, we're also going to disable the dock. But just before we leave, make sure to scroll further down the page, and under advanced options, you want to make sure you toggle on widget overlap as well as overlap when placing. These are going to help us when we're repositioning the home screen widgets. Now, before we go any further, let's grab ourselves this awesome live wallpaper. For this, just simply head over to my custom collection app, Epic Live Wallpapers, and you'll find it there. And remember, if you want me to animate one of your favorite images, make sure to submit it right within the app itself. And of course, don't forget to boost it higher up the list. And every week, I'll be making the #1 ranked request. Next up, let's grab ourselves these bold white icons, which come courtesy of the Weekons icon pack. Just simply head over to Nova Launcher's look and feel section and apply the pack as your system icons. And once done, goes without saying, just simply load in all of your app icons to the home screen, and let's move on to our KWGT widgets. So let's start things off with this bold yet simple date and time indicator. Straight from the Divergence pack is widget DP1. Now this pack is no longer available on the Play Store, but I'll leave an alternative link that you guys can use down in the video description below. From your widget drawer, just simply load in a KWGT layout to your home screen, and then you want to resize it so it looks something like this. And in order to get the widget all the way to the edges of our screen, make sure to long press it and toggle on the padding option. Now within KWGT, for this widget, all we're really going to do is adjust its size. So to do this, just head over to the layer tab and adjust the scale option. Now for my screen size, I went for a setting of 88.6. And before we move on, as a quick side note for this widget, every time you tap on it, that accent color is going to change. Now you can manually customize these within the global settings itself, but just keep that in mind. So every time you tap on the widget, it's going to switch it up. Now for the second widget of the setup, these pill-shaped quick access music controls. Straight from the ever popular mini music player pack is widget 70. Now here, we're going to repeat exactly the same steps as we did in the first widget. So let's start things off by loading in a KWGT layout to our home screen, resize it so it looks like this. But here, because it is overlapping our home screen app icons, make sure to also long press it and select the option to send it to the back. Now within KWGT, here we're once again only going to adjust the widget size, but this time around within the layer tab, make sure to use the tick boxes on the right hand side to select scale and then hit the calculator button that appears on the top right, after which we can adjust this one just as we did with the first widget. And here I went for a setting of 70.1, and of course don't forget to hit save before you leave. And now wrapping up the setup, we're using Hex Installer. This is going to give you a nice AMOLED friendly black backdrop with the colors of the theme splashed across your whole system, including the notification panel. Just use the color codes that I'm showing on screen. Or alternatively, you can get a similar result using the app OneShade. Now if you like this video and want to see more just like this, make sure to hit that like button as well as subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next one. And as for your live wallpaper requests, make sure to boost them right within the Epic Live Wallpaper app itself. See you guys next time on Into the Parkerverse.